Hello to all my people. If you're watching live, checking us out on YouTube, or listening on your favorite podcast provider, you are most definitely my people. Welcome to another episode of Botched Spots and Cheer Shots. I am still your host, a chef by trade, no mark by choice. I am the Will Gray, and joining me tonight, as always, he is the host of Botched Spots and Cheer Shots, Nerdy News, NXT on Tap, Boyfriend Time, Wolfpac Podcast. And sorry for the interruption. I think that's everything.
Yeah.
That sounds like the list.
Sounds pretty good.
And joining him in the Batcave is the other half of Boyfriend Time, and this gives us one half of the Wolfpac Podcast.
Yes,
it's our everybody's favorite Ginger Ninja Jaxbo and Selfbet Wrestling. Is that a dinosaur? That's a Dickosaurus, isn't it?
That is a Dickosaurus.
Let's see the Dickosaurus. Put it up.
Kiss it.
Oh no!
Kiss the Dickosaurus right here on
this. I brought Jax a Dickosaurus.
A Dickosaurus. Let's see it. Get it to the camera as close as you can. That is an actual Dickosaurus, ladies and gentlemen. AJ is here. Hola, Katie. Thanks for stopping by. Good evening, Nicole. Al is here.
You look at my Dickosaurus.
Look at my Dickosaurus, Nicole. So yeah, also here with me, as always, she is perched upon her iron throne in the Boss Bitch's corner. She is the Hoban of my Beyonce, the Bonnie of my Clyde. She's the brains behind Rivet City Radio. It's the Boss Bitch, Al. Al, how are you?
I'm good. We had a do nothing weekend, which was lovely.
Hi, Shadow. It's good to see you. I love you. Thanks for showing some love, bud. That's good.
I'm playing The Sims again, which is totally like fucking random, but like I'm whole ass like engulfed in playing The Sims right now. It's like senior year of high school all over again.
Exciting. My Pissed Off for Greatness is a video game. But
oh, that video game.
What video game?
Is it the one you got for when you got your pass?
No.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
You don't know what's coming. If you're watching at youtube.com/Rivet City Radio, I want to say thank you for hanging out with us over there. It is free to like and comment, subscribe, and do all those things. Make sure you're doing them. Click the bell so you get notified when we go live, when we post videos, all of that nonsense. If you're watching at twitch.tv/Rivet City Radio, it's not free to subscribe there, but we'll get to that later when we talk about Amazon Prime. And the few of you that hang out with us on X, we appreciate you. I still call it Twitter, though, because I'm not a fucking cop. And we are currently ranked at like 106 on Apple Podcasts right now and Spotify. So we're in the top 200. Make sure you're liking and doing all the nonsense there as well. Let's get us back on the front page. Let's hit the algorithm. But gentlemen, lady, singular, because lady and gentleman. What has you pissed off for greatness this week in the world of pro wrestling? What has you the most worked up, good, bad, and different? It really doesn't even have to be pro wrestling at the point, because it's an icebreaker and we're just here to talk for like a little bit just to get the juices flowing. But what has you guys pissed off for greatness this week?
John?
I have you pissed off for greatness?
No, what is your pissed off for greatness?
I'm not sure how this really works, but I mean, pissed off for greatness is, I'll just talk about how great a time I had right here with Jax. I had a great weekend. It was great to do some of the stuff we did. Going Georgia to see Hill Kevin, doing his stream, you having us on, having me on. It's just been great. I actually had a good time this week. So that has me pissed off for greatness.
No zip lines and gators?
We still have to get you. How many subs right here? If we were to go, okay, Rivet City Radio, Wolfpac, Boyfriend Time, Menage Podcast, how many subs to get you to zip line over a gator?
Chop, chop.
Think about it. You got 65 to 90 minutes to think while we do the
episode.
Remind me by the end of the show.
We'll get it on paper. I'm glad you guys had a lot of fun. I'm a little bit of the FOMO, the fear of missing out, but I've got SummerSlam coming up, which is going to be a fantastic trip. I've got some big news dropping next week. on the episode for what's coming for SummerSlam. And then we've got Worlds in December, which is going to be phenomenal. So I'll get to rub it in John's face that I'm in Florida with Bo without him.
We got a dad hat and they didn't.
Oh, yeah, I did get dad hat for 36 hours and you guys didn't. So that did also work out. My pissed off for greatness is 1000% video game oriented. And it's the fact that I got sucked back into the Minecraft world. And not only did I get sucked back into the Minecraft world, it had been over a calendar year since the last time I played. And I found out in that year, the console version of the game is completely caught up with PCs. So everything the computer players can do now, as far as like your animals and your farming and the nether and the end portal and the dragon, like everything the PC world could do on a console, now we have the ability.
Nerd.
I'm a nerd. Fuck you. It is what it is. I'm excited for it. So 1000% between Botched Spots and Share Shots and getting offed when I do trivia tonight with the word Matt Ritter. No free shout outs. I'm going to be playing Minecraft and getting stoned. So that's what has me worked up the best, is because I'm sitting here like knees deep in Minecraft. Bo and John went. I went. Before you go.
Did Jax go? Jackson
No,
go.
because I still don't have one.
You don't have one yet?
No.
Do you want to? Let me do AJ's real quick, and then you can do
yeah.
yours because you have a rant.
I do have a rant.
AJ says, my pissed off for greatness is that this past week in pro wrestling has been great. We had the return of Seth Rollins, the debut of the Wyatt Six, the debut of Joe Hendry in NXT, and the debut of Jacob Fatu all in 1 week. As a wrestling fan, there's nothing to be fucking upset about. Just sit back and enjoy the ride. Cam's dropping that the Rumble's coming to Indy in 2025. Look, oh, okay. I was just kidding.
We're not making that, guys. We're not making that.
We've got a free place to stay in Indy, though.
Do we?
Yeah.
Your aunt's house.
Yeah.
Whoa, okay. My mom's been in India.
Yeah, I've got family just right outside
Indiana.
India.
Oh, I thought you meant like Indy, like Indy, like
no,
no, Indianapolis.
Dude, this is not a joke. I thought it was like India.
No, Indianapolis.
Oh, that's cool.
No, I've got family in Indianapolis, so we have a place to stay there.
Good.
Naptown, baby. That's right.
Good.
Naptown Pro, J-Rock and the boys. Naptown Pro Cam, no free shout outs. Check those guys out. Fantastic fucking indie promotion in Indianapolis. All right, you guys, I mean, everybody agrees with that, right? Like, beautiful week in pro wrestling, tons of awesome shit happening.
Yes, but I now have one that AJ has inspired. You named a lot of stuff, AJ, but put some money on Kazarian's name.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Like, your hair is still there. It says Rollins come back from the horse races. Man, Frankie Kazarian made his WWE return. And no one cared. He eliminated 4 people. Joe Hendry didn't eliminate shit.
Frankie Kazarian was a Final Four participant, Final 3 participant, if I remember right, in that battle. Final Four.
Thank you, Cam.
Cam says he loves your background. Okay, Madame Boss Bitch. El piso está para ti.
All right, so whatever Will said in Spanish.
The floor is yours. I'm going to hit my bowl and lay back and watch the fireworks happen.
I rant. Stop gatekeeping wrestling. Wrestling is for everyone. The casual fan, the I don't know shit fan, the I'm going to watch every fucking thing I can fan. Like, who gives a fuck how much, how little, what fucking promotion that people watch? Let them enjoy fucking wrestling. Like, I just don't understand, like, the tribalism within the tribalism. Like, fuck off. Like, for real. And, like, getting upset because not everybody knows who Jacob Fatu is and who Tama Tonga are. Like, not everyone has the ability to watch other promotions outside of WWE or AEW. Like, get off your goddamn high horse and stop being a little twat waffle and let people enjoy wrestling. Rant over.
Hashtag don't be a twat waffle.
Don't be a twat waffle.
Hashtag don't be a twat waffle.
And hashtag free payment.
Everybody in the chat,
Hashtag
drop it. Hashtag
my
don't be a hashtag eat my nuts. Hashtag don't be a twat waffle. Get it in the chat, people.
John's too scared to say this, but he'd like to use the hashtag Free Joe.
Free Joe Exotic. John's watching fucking Florida Man. Thank you, Bo. That is the perfect segue to what I need to ask you, gentlemen. Okay. I saw this today before we get going into news and rumors and Ryback and all of that. I saw this today. Don't be a twat waffle. That's right. Thank you, Katie. I love that you use twat waffle. I critique wrestling the same as I would a movie. If I show is good, I'll say it. If it's terrible, I say it. Cam, little brother, you took the words right out of my mouth. I say I talk shit equally. If it's great, I tell you how great it is. If I think it's dog water, I tell you how fucking trash it is. 0 questions asked. Hashtag don't be a twat waffle. So I saw this. What's up?
Yes, I'm like.
Oh, yeah. Like, yeah. I saw a picture today and I wanted to bring it up because I'm curious about your take. So we're going to dissect this map together as a class. I present to you the great empire of Long, Florida. Okay.
Oh,
So I saw this today, and what they did was I'm going to kind of walk you through the map. The national capital of Long, Florida is Tampa. Orlando, Miami, Jacksonville, Tallahassee, Pensacola. Okay. Those are all your standard towns in Florida. But then we start wrapping around into what formerly was Louisiana. They have it labeled French Florida.
Alligator Town.
Alligatorton. All right. Is yeah.
Sounds like a road.
Alligatorton is Shreveport. New Tampa was once New Orleans. NOLA.
New Tampa.
oh.
Yeah. Smoothie Bar, which
Wait,
was
is that a town?
I think Smoothie Bar. John, you can correct me. That would be Houston or New Nashville is what it used to be called, right?
I knew that was coming.
Margaritaville, San Buffet or San Buffett, Corpus Jimmy.
New Orlando.
Florida.
Yeehaw, Florida is the Texas part of Long, Florida. You've got Mexican Florida 1 and Mexican Florida 2, aka the Electric Bungalow, with New Orlando and Gatorville. How do you guys feel about the great empire of Long, Florida as a Floridian and as a Texan?
I'm extremely offended.
Eternal Emperor Jimmy Buffett, Assistant Emperor Florida Man, GPD 1 trillion Buffett bucks, population 1 billion, government Eternal Empire.
Do you guys support the great empire of Long, Florida?
Jimmy Buffett's running the show?
Yeah, Jimmy Buffett's running your new nation. How do you feel about it?
You put Tom Petty in Jimmy Buffett's corner, and that's your.
Well,
is that the vote? Yeah, that's the vote it takes to get in.
This map was made before Jimmy Buffett.
Look, don't rain on
as long as don't rain on my Jimmy Buffett parade.
What's up, Rockhead 619?
How dare you? You're like John right now. John's been pissing on Florida since he got here.
John's from Texas. That's kind of what they do. All right,
John just isn't a fan of Joe Exotic's country singing.
It's not great.
I give Texas a lot of shit, but I saw a meme the other day. It was like Tennessee and Texas are the only 2 states that'll talk shit to Tennessee and Texas. And if you know anything about those 2 states, you know why that's the case. Like, nobody fucks with cowboys and nobody fucks with Appalachian Hill people. Pure and simple. We're rednecks. Both sides of the coin. What's up?
We do got to throw Florida Man in there.
Florida Man's up there. That's why we're a dangerous trio. I still say the 3 of us go to the Florida Man games. I think we could have a very viable chance of competing. And no, not going. I think we could win the Florida Man games.
Lord.
With the 3 of us on one team, we could win the Florida Man games.
Good.
I feel like you would also need like one other that sober person. I feel like you would need Dad Hat to just kind of keep things on the rails.
No.
We I I can't.
You absolutely need to go to the Florida Man games. Nicole had zero hesitation. She's like, yeah, next year.
I have a, but see, we need, no offense to the three of us. We need one of them athletic guys. And we really don't know someone who's willing to run track.
Will's
I
a long
know you
distance
ran
runner.
track. I know, but I'm talking like, we need one of them, like you better make sure your cardio's up, buddy, because unless it's a drinking game, you ain't getting, I'm not diving into a pool of dog shit.
I'm the sick, twisted kind of person that the other day, I say the other day, it was like a month ago, that the other day said, I'm going to run a half marathon today. And my goal was to get it done inside of a certain amount of time because I woke up and decided to. But that's over 13 miles that I just decided to run. I love you. I'm not an athletic person, but I can run real far.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is you're Forrest Gump.
I'm Forrest Gump. I'm not a smart man, but
Listen,
I know
I'll
what
take
love
Forrest.
is.
Yeah, there. I'll take a Forrest Gump. Cam, dude, look, Cam's saying beer pong. Look, we got true.
See, we could make Cam be our sleeper. Cam could come in as the sober Sally, like what Dad Hat could be, and then Cam's like, beer pong ace. I feel like Cam could be our sleeper fourth member of our Florida Man team. Zero questions.
Yeah,
Al, you got something for the big guy this week?
Yeah, I have been collecting lots of things.
Oh, it's gonna be lots
because we didn't do a show last week. I have 2 weeks of collected Ryback tweets.
Boys, buckle up. The tinfoil hat shit's about to rain.
So I took Rhonda off because, well, she had her dumb moments and now she's vanished into the non-existent where she belongs. Yes, he likes to battle himself on TikTok. That is a thing that he does frequently now. Oh, I think I have a photo of that.
I'm the designated driver. Somebody's got to take care of you kiddos. I love you, Cam. That's why you're our boy. Yeah. He's currently battling himself on TikTok an hour ago.
Yeah, he does it all the time.
That's the life. Could you imagine just like sitting around battling yourself on TikTok? Like that's your job now because you can't get signed by any major wrestling show? Sorry, I digress.
Is that how you get famous now? I'll do it.
You want to battle on TikTok?
Yeah.
I'll battle myself.
This is from the other day. So
Why does he look so different?
What?
Different cameras. One's his phone and one's his computer.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
he looks super tan in the right photo.
Yeah. So
kind of looks like John's brother.
Whoa. That might be the worst thing you've ever said to me.
You got the same hairstyle.
So we're gonna go through. Hang on. Let me make sure I have my start at the beginning. I just opened up the wrong first one. Sorry.
What you doing?
I'm opening the thing. What? Oh, where'd it go?
Where'd it
The
There.
fuck?
This is live TV.
Share screen. Window. Here's the thing. Okay, whatever.
Oh, there it is.
All right. So we're quote tweeting. This big bald son of a bitch wants attention. Thanks for always engaging with every post, Mike. Check out the big guy maximum male performance formula and up your game.
Wow.
Hashtag eat my nuts.
Hashtag eat my nuts.
After everyone.
Haters are really your biggest fans. They have massive insecurities that we trigger in them, and they become obsessed with our every move. Use our haters every chance we get.
Hashtag
hungry.
Hashtag eat my nuts. Hashtag eat my nuts.
Never give in to the lies that the masses have fallen for. Stand behind your truth until it prevails, even if it's far after you're done. The truth always wins.
Hashtag eat my nuts.
Fuck, idiot.
Top to not to. Respectfully, you dropped him on the side of the table and and most of his body hit the concrete. If you look at the table, you'll see the table wasn't really broken as it should have been. Having a better win-lose record over him, and I don't care about the rest. Thanks for commenting. Try calling into the Ryback show on here, 9 a.m. Pacific on Saturdays. I give first priority to my haters. Well, you're going to call. But you guys never have the courage to call in. Have a great one.
What is 9 a.m. Pacific for me on Saturdays? 11 a.m.?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh, buddy. You don't
keep
know
going. I'm setting an alarm right now for Saturday morning at what time? 9 a.m. So that's 11 a.m. my time, like 10:45 a.m.
Man finally gets engagement after unblocking millions of accounts. Go figure. Incorrect. Blocks were only 24,000 and still have 2,000 plus that X isn't showing. Most of these accounts were never following and are a drop in the bucket of 1.35 million followers. I am using you guys to be seen by my good followers 100% and could care less for any of you poor, I think it says like marks or whatever.
Hashtag eat my nuts.
I blame this on Ronnie Radke.
Why are you blaming? What did Ronnie Radke do other than the obvious?
Ronnie Radke has
What's up,
taken
Devin?
TikTok over with interacting with the trolls and the haters.
Yeah.
And it's done amazingly for his algorithm. That's all Ryback's doing is trying to write off of what Ronnie Radke has done. But you can't do it like Ronnie because Ronnie has receipts for his shit.
Ryback, would you ever go back to either WWE or AEW in a non-wrestling role, commentator, backstage interview, or something like that? No, it's all or nothing at this stage. For what I've overcome, I will never retire and give up on myself while my health has returned. I just have to get cleared from my right shoulder that he's been battling for 8 fucking years. And I'm in better shape and health overall now than in wrestling. Okay. I think that's all.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
Mike is wait, we already did that. Oh, Goldberg wants one final match. Las Vegas is a hell of a place to get retired in.
Oh my God. If they do that match.
He has been trolling Goldberg for quite some time.
Oh, we've got to have something ridiculous for that match if they do it. We have to have some kind of fucked up live reaction for it, where we got
that match.
For a live drinking game or something. If Goldberg wrestles Ryback live, we have to turn it into a live drinking game.
Medical testing.
That match.
Go ahead, Bo, or John. I'm sorry.
No, that match would be worse than the Ric Flair match.
Katie says, take a shot for every botch. Medical testing. Oh, go ahead. No. Medical testing complete and in the best health of my life at 42. Heart is stronger than ever and 0 plaque and calcium buildup. Cholesterol is healthy and normal and blood pressure is 118/67 at 295 pounds thanks to an ultra clean diet and sauna.
Hashtag eat my nuts.
Hashtag eat my
nuts. He's only 4 years older than me, but he looks like he's like 50. Like, that's not something to brag about, bro.
I weigh 200 pounds and my blood pressure is better than that. So in theory, I'm in better shape than Ryback.
Stop lying to yourself. Haters are all that you have. You unblocked over 20,000. I forgot you can't count. You unblocked 20,000 haters. We not fans. We want you to block us. We not going to do it for you. You a lame ass, boring ass bitch. And I won't stop till you block me, bitch. Wishing everyone a great evening and hope everyone sleeps well, even this individual below. Thank you to all my great fans out there.
Hashtag eat my nuts.
Eat my nuts.
What does plaque and calcium buildup have to do with anything?
It doesn't.
Nicole, it has nothing to do with anything. That's the point.
Ryback on the next billionaire sub to the Titanic. 10,000 leagues under the sea match. Get Russo to book something on a poll. Hey, Nate, check out my...
No free shout-outs.
Shell Shock Weight Management formula over at the place where I sell my bullshit. Wishing you a great day of love and happiness and 2,500 calories or less.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, that is
Over there. The place where I sell my bullshit.
The place where I sell my
Right,
bullshit.
right.
Okay, just making sure I'm not crazy. No, you're not crazy. I mean, he's crazy. Everything he's
Crazy.
doing is like, it's like he went and like, what's it called when you go into a college class but you don't actually register for it?
you audit it.
You audit like you go in and you do it without being registered for it. It's like you took an intro to marketing class online, and that's what he's doing now. He's trying his damnedest to be relevant using like marketing schemes for like Xenials, the Gen Z kids, and it's not working for a 50-year-old pro wrestler.
No,
If he comes back at the Cam, if he comes back at the Rumble, I will touch beards with you in Indianapolis, Indiana.
He's not clear.
naked.
Naked.
He's not clear.
Naked.
Naked at the Rumble? How many subs to touch beards with me naked at the Rumble, Cam? Is that it for Ryback?
That is all for Mr. Ryback.
If
If you don't already follow him or glance at him on TikTok, I wouldn't necessarily encourage a follow, but please watch him like go live with himself because it is pretty funny.
I can't believe you just plugged his shit.
They do it every week because it's hilarious.
News and rumors. News.
Don't
and
be rude.
rumors. I'd rather watch paint dry.
It's really funny. PW Insider Elite says that at least as a couple of days ago, Becky still hasn't signed a new contract with WWE and is technically still a free agent right now. There is belief that she will resign. To that end, Natty is also yet to sign a new deal, but negotiations are ongoing. I mean, we know that Becky's not fucking going anywhere, but I'm curious how long they're going to hold out before making her an offer. Just to be petty and punish her for the lemonade thing.
4 months.
I think
4 months, 3 days, and 18 seconds.
I think they're going to give her some time. Honestly, probably not till Rumble. Maybe Survivor Series, but I think they're going to let her sit.
I think she'll take some time off, duly deserved. She'll just kind of hang out, do her thing, push her book. She'll do the thing she's been wanting to do and should have done after, what was it, WrestleMania?
Yes, like she was supposed to.
And then when Rhea got hurt, all that happened. So it was just a show. So really, Becky did the job. And now she's going to ride off into the sunset and take a break. Much love. Much earned.
Yeah.
Duly respected.
My thing is though, like, while she is, like, the only thing I think that is kind of crappy about her not having a contract now, while, yes, this break is deserved, she's not getting paid.
I don't think money's an issue for the Lopez family right now.
I'm sure it's not, but it's a respect thing to keep her on contract while she's taking a break. In my opinion, it's not like an actual thing, but in my opinion, that would be the respectful thing to do since she has like busted her ass for the company.
Like
Thanks
pay
for-
time off.
Yeah, sort of. Thanks for the resub, Hex. She's been a member for 5 months. 5 months. Mesos. I hate to remind you, everyone, but 2 months from tomorrow is the 1-year anniversary of Beray's passing. That is right around the corner already. That's crazy. Yeah. Shit. Becky, though, she's going to resign for like $1 million bazillion.
I'm sure.
I wrote an article about it on Last Word on Sports. Free shout outs to the day job. I said that wrestling is hitting that point, and I'm curious what your guys' take on it with this is in the NFL, for instance, and Major League Baseball or some of these other sports, they have salary caps and they have open markets. When a position becomes available, the next year will always start at whatever the highest paid person was the year before. Quarterbacks like the kid from Jacksonville, Bo, the quarterback. He just signed
That was a $225 million contract.
He just signed the highest paid NFL quarterback deal in history, okay? You think about the fact now, pro wrestling has started to adapt to a system like that. So you look at the money that Trevor Lawrence, thank you, Nicole, You look at the money, say
Sunshine.
Mercedes Moné is making, or a Charlotte Flair who just re-signed, who had one of the most lucrative deals for women wrestlers in history. You have to assume it's going to be like other sports, right? That when Becky re-signs, she's either going to be the highest or one of the highest paid women's wrestlers in history, right?
One would assume.
We would assume. I mean,
Yeah, but I mean, are we just asking that? Or are we asking, is it worth it? Is she worth the highest paid?
Ooh, that's a question. Okay, follow up then. Is Becky worth being the highest paid pro wrestler in women's history? At this
not
point,
right now.
at this point in her career, not Becky 5-10 years ago, but this Becky Lynch now, is she the highest paid women's wrestler in history? This version of the man.
No, I think Rhea Ripley should be.
You think Rhea Ripley should be the highest paid wrestler right now?
Mm-hmm.
I don't disagree. Like, Becky's had an amazing career, and like to me, the highest paid female should be the person that's going to be there every single day, like 24/7, like, you know, and that's
like
gonna,
Chelsea Green.
yeah, and that's going to be somebody who is less committed to personal life and more committed to the company. And there's nothing wrong with Becky being committed to being like a mom. Like, that's amazing for her. Like, she's a fucking rock star doing what she does. But I think, like, you know, somebody who isn't going to want to take extended breaks is going to be the person that should make the most. No offense.
Highest paid to
no matter
me
where
is
you're
being
at.
the face of the women's division. Devin says if you're going to be the highest paid, show up to work. Cam's saying if Becky retires, that would be wild. I don't think retirement's even an option at this point, but I think that when she goes into the negotiation, she's going to want to be one of the highest paid. I honestly don't. I will go on record right now as to saying it. I don't think Rebecca Quinn becoming all elite is even an option at this point.
No.
Not even an
She
option.
won't be on a separate brand from Seth, let alone a separate company.
Different shows, different, companies, different schedules, different pay-per-view schedules. Like, no, I don't see that happening. This is one of those, you never say never. This is probably about as close to a never as you'll get in pro wrestling. Rebecca Quinn will not be all elite.
She'll retire before I think she leaves.
If she shows up in AEW, can I wax the gooch area?
100%.
Your Gooch
Okay.
area or Will's?
Mine.
Will's.
If Rebecca Quinn becomes all elite in 2024, I'll let you wax my gooch.
Okay.
We'll talk about that later.
Allison's like, I'll wax it.
No. Will.
I'll wax mine if she shows up. That's how much I'm agreeing with Will on this one.
Cam said, wow. What if it happens in 2025? Hey, man, I'm a betting man. January 1st is off the table. Does Tony even care about women's wrestling?
No.
Well, that was quick. I don't know if that's PG. Man, we got the E for everything, man. Like, and we ain't rated E. Like, explicit.
We are not for everyone.
We were explicit. This is what's the word?
I don't know, an adult show? I don't know.
Yeah, we're definitely not. We're an 18 and up crowd. This isn't a kid.
Rated M for mature.
Yeah, we're on what is it? TVMA.
Yeah,
we-
TVMA.
We do drugs and cuss. Oh.
That's our new tagline.
Botched Spots and chair shots. We do drugs and cuss.
Yeah, you trying to kiss. All right.
All right, so we're going to clip that and make that a sound, Jack.
TV 14.
Okay.
Jeff and Matt Hardy are currently working in TNA without contracts, says Fightful. There is optimism about joining the roster soon enough. And Reby is also let it out that she is going to be coming back into the ring too.
Are you currently watching TNA right now?
Yeah.
There's a little video vignette thing where they talk about old Rebecca Hardy making a spot. I'm excited to see.
They're outside and shit.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what Reby can do in 2024.
She's been training to come back since right after Gothic Baby was born. So she's been working really, really hard to get back in shape.
Cam saying TNA is fucking awesome. We've been on that TNA train forever, Cam. I'm super glad that you jumped on the train with us, man, at the station.
Choo choo.
Choo choo.
Katie says, hear me out, the Hardy should retire. I don't disagree, but I think Rebby can still wrestle.
I saw a meme that was like Matt Hardy limping into TK's office, dragging Jeff Hardy's lifeless body, and he's like, "Why aren't we the tag champions in 2024?" And I'm like, I hate that that's the truth about one of my favorite tag teams of all time.
I know, right?
They've reached that point. Cam says Rebby's looking hot.
She looks fantastic.
No doubt. And they've got a fucking literal compound where they have a barn built with a wrestling ring and a whole ass wrestling school right there at their house, and a guillotine for some reason. But who cares?
It's fake. Like she literally made that shit out of cardboard.
Who cares if it's fake? It's still bomb as shit. Both. You could have a guillotine as a decoration in your house. Would you have it?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Botched Spots and chair shots. We do drugs and
Nicole.
cuss. And we've got fucking guillotines now.
Nicole. We have a guillotine.
Can we have a guillotine?
Please.
Devin says he was at it against all odds last week. Fuck yeah, man. That's awesome in Chicago. Shout out to the Windy City.
She said, sure. Get a fucking guillotine.
Cam's not wrong. TNA is the most consistent.
I say TNA and NXT are up there for the most consistent shows week over week. Devin is one of the Chi-Town family. I've got tons of friends in Chi-Town. Get Your Podcast, Smacking It Raw, Straight Talk, SES Vince, all the families in Chicago.
The morale at TNA is high right now, per the PW Insider, who note the atmosphere backstage has been overwhelmingly positive with recent going-ons with the promotion. I'd be excited if I was at TNA too. Like, they're fucking killing it right now.
Oh,
Yeah. Cam says his only gripe is Joe Hendry is not the TNA world champ, or not a world champ in general. I think there's no reason for TNA not to be excited. John, Bo, you're a lifelong wrestling fan, Bo, as far as TNA goes. You go all the way back. What's your excitement level like as a TNA fan? Because the locker room's excited. What's Bo like?
I'm honestly, I'm shocked. If you would have told me in 2003, in 2003, when I went to the fairgrounds there in Nashville to the Asylum, I mean, being from Tennessee, you know what I'm talking about, and watching New Jack versus the Sandman. Like, never did I think that the evolution of TNA would have been what it is in the ride we've been on. Like, I never thought I'd see Eric Bischoff walk through the doors of TNA. Like, I was like, holy crap. And TNA has been one of those rough waters. Like, it's the little engine that could. It's never really been tried to, it's always persevered and overcome, and to see them working with NXT now, oh shit. Years ago they were competitors and they're working together now. It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, they've been the longest outside of WWE, longest running wrestling promotion since WCW. So for 20 years, they somehow still always find a way. And what they're going through now for me is recognition for the wrestlers that, have helped the WWE the past 5-10 years. Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, wrestlers that we really wanted to see there. So I'm happy for TNA.
I'm curious to know, like, I'll do some research on it and I'll get a stat up. I'll make a TikTok video for it. If TNA has now been around longer than, say, WCCW, the Von Erichs down in Texas, John, Memphis Wrestling, like the embodiment of Memphis Wrestling that was like the USWA up here in Memphis when Lawler and Jeff Jarrett were doing it. Like, I wonder if TNA has now surpassed them with how long they were in existence, because all of those promotions were eventually bought out or absorbed, because WCW got bought out by Jerry Jarrett and those guys. So you know what I mean? Like, I wonder if TNA has become the longest running wrestling promotion in the States besides WWE. I'll look it up.
Outlet ECW and WCW. I know that.
No. Well, JCP had a long run too. I'm gonna take that into consideration, but they sold out in '86, so I know when their kill date was. I'm waiting on Gigi Dolan and Killer Kelly to be back on my TV program in their respective companies. I'm going through redhead withdrawals. TNA was always my second favorite wrestling promotion when it comes to storytelling. Can definitely agree with that, Devin. But Bo said he's got some ginger love there for you, Cam.
Gigi's
Got
hair
you,
is-
Cam, baby.
I wouldn't really call Gigi a redhead. Her hair is like literally orange. Just saying.
I miss you and Al so much. We miss you, Dad Hat. He's eaten Whataburger like a million times since he got here.
All right. WrestleVotes says CM Punk's official return date within WWE was set for the end of July, at least as of last week's Raw roster sheet. The belief apparently is he likely won't be ready for Money in the Bank, but will be cleared in time for SummerSlam. Do you all feel like Drew beating the shit out of him on Monday was to give a storyline to extend him not being cleared yet?
100%. Right?
Yeah.
Did you guys see the report? Oh, go ahead, Bill. You go first. I'm sorry.
I need Al to say what she's been saying since the beginning of time. Because we saw it Friday night. What doesn't matter, Al, and what isn't real?
Oh, brand splits aren't real.
Yeah, brand splits aren't real and drafts don't matter.
Drafts don't matter.
Most definitely, says Devin. Cam, I can't wait for SummerSlam and give you a hug, bro.
I mean, technically, Drew quit. So
He pulled a Jey Uso.
yeah, so technically he can show up wherever he wants. But I do want to take a second, since we are talking about Drew, to wish his wife a speedy recovery. She had to have emergency surgery while Drew was in Scotland for Clash of the Castle. So
speedy recovery. Love that. Yeah. Speedy recovery.
Potion.
Cam says as soon as he hears Cult of Personality, I'm losing my shit. We saw Punk at AEW when he did the promo where he asked MJF to be his Valentine for the dog collar match. Like,
such a good promo.
Yeah, that was primo CM Punk in AEW. So we got to see him there. I haven't seen him in WWE.
Yes, you did.
When?
You went to the Rumble.
We saw him at the Rumble.
Oh yeah, he was at the Rumble. He was back there too.
You know, I haven't.
It's the only time anybody's
I don't ever remember seeing Cody wrestle for the WWE.
I've seen Cody wrestle for the NWA.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, he does. Will was probably busy talking to his friend Mike.
Fuck you, Bo.
And,
my buddy Mike and Matt. Hey, look, yeah, we're gonna be at SummerSlam, Cam. I'll message you. I got some big news for what's going down that weekend. You may want to be a part of what I've got in the books. Bo likes to give me shit. I did, however, say yesterday on Twitter while I was watching the MLW show, Bo, that anytime somebody I've interviewed is in a match on a card and I'm watching it, I have to take a bong rip. So that's going to be my new thing now, is if I've interviewed the person on a card, I've got to take a bong rip.
This means we can't watch any more indie shows or will never be sober.
Yeah, I love you, Cam. I'll see you there for sure, brother. What's next, Al?
After some talk of using Ricochet for another appearance after last week's write-off, PW Insider now says WWE will not use Ricochet again before his contract expires. Ricochet is dead. Metaphorically, not actually. Just to clarify.
But Prince Puma lives!
Yeah. He
He
shows
owns
up as Prince Puma. I'm gonna
God,
fucking shit my
dude.
pants.
with the fucking like leopard skin pants and shit. Like, God,
Dude, he's
yeah,
got to
dude.
show up as Prince Puma at least once. Ricochet, if you're watching, which I don't know if you are or not, I need a Prince Puma return, buddy.
I was doing some research, and you know who owns the Prince Puma trademarks? Lucha Libre. So whoever owns Lucha, the not Lucha Libre, Lucha Underground rather. So is that what's his name? It's not Penta. Yeah, Penta.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I think he bought the rights. Him or Conan own the rights.
Yeah, whoever owns the rights to Lucha Underground owned the trademarks for
Where's Vampiro?
Prince Puma. Vampiro owns another promotion. I do know what you're talking about because they're partnering with the NWA now because Vampiro's super heavy on their Tuesday TV show. Prince Puma in AEW with Smart Mark Sterling. Put butts in seats.
WWE is looking at State Farm Arena in Atlanta for a possible comeback of the Bad Blood pay-per-view on the October 5th anniversary of the 1997 event, which featured the first ever Hell in a Cell match.
That's gotta be Kane.
Oh, God, boy,
If it's happening, are we going to go?
Yeah, fuck yeah. If it's in an Atlanta show, there's no reason not to
I'm going to Atlanta.
Yeah,
I got family. I ain't got to pay for shit.
Yeah, we do
Thank
too.
you.
Yeah, like zero questions.
And listen. I'm gonna throw this out there. My uncle may or may not work for a little company called Cox Media. So yeah, I'm going.
Yeah, if any big wrestling show, I'm pissed that we missed Battle Riot, honestly. But we had an AWF show that weekend. I need 3 stages of hell match bad. You know what I'm ready for? TNA to do a fucking King of the Mountain match.
I like that one. I like the Ultimate Lockdown.
That was cool.
Is that the one where they had to crawl off the top?
No, the top made them stay in, and what's his name? Homicide crawled out of it. No, it lowered weapons.
You're thinking of the Ultimate X, John, where they they suspend the cables across the ring in the X, then they hang it from the middle. And you gotta shimmy out and grab it.
No, he was thinking of the Red Cage.
The Red Cage. It's when Jeff Hardy debuted again for him. I know Triple A had done it before too.
I was just a dome cage.
Yeah, some sort of dome cage.
That was when it was on the. It was like their version of Hell in a Cell when it was the 6-sided ring, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I needed an asylum match in TNA. That'd be dope as shit. A Clockwork Orange House of Fun match. Fucking Raven shit. Y'all remember that? The big red dome cage.
That's
match?
when Punk was. That's when Punk was in his flock.
Yeah, and when I interviewed Mickie James, we talked about it because she was the first.
Yeah.
She was the first female to compete in a House of the Clockwork Orange House of Fun match. What a fucking mouthful.
Uh-huh.
Al, have you ever seen a Clockwork Orange?
No.
Not once?
Oh, I mean, it's been on the TV. But I can't say that I've watched it all. I've seen the beginning of a Clockwork Orange, and I've seen the end of a Clockwork Orange.
That's a Botched Spots After Dark conversation from the sounds of it. That's a post-show conversation. Stick around. Do you want to hear it? Blonde-haired Punk. Yes. He was also he was one of the hitmen on John Cena's entrance in WWE as well. Mickey was smoking hot back in them old TNA days. No doubt. She's always been a pretty good-looking lady. She also flirted with Al, which I thought was cool.
Should I have my other glasses, not these ones?
Yeah, me too.
Tokyo Sports reports that ABEMA TV, which airs both WWE and Pro Wrestling Noah shows in Japan, negotiated between the two companies to set up AJ Styles' upcoming match with
Do you have a graphic you could share?
I'll tell you that name.
Hang on, I get this.
I was like, not butchering that name.
I feel that sometimes when I'm on Nerdy News and I've got to read some of these actors' names, I'm like, I apologize ahead of time. I can't read that. Marufuji is his last name.
Thank you.
Yeah, Marfa.
Noah's parent company, Cyberfight, requests Styles while WWE picked Marufuji.
Marufuji. Thank you, Katie. I guess I could have just opened the fucking notes on my
You
side.
could have, yeah. PW sources also say that Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows will likely appear with him.
That'd be cool.
That'd be pretty badass. I'd be down for it.
Knowing that the
I love
company,
WWE.
knowing that the company has Noah and WWE both on the TV rights in Japan explains a whole lot to that WWE and Noah partnership now. Like a whole lot more.
Rossi
Agawe.
there you go, of Marigold said on X that an additional 600 tickets were sold following the announcement of Io Sky participating in an event just 1 week after Money in the Bank. Thus ends our Japanese news.
What do you guys think about the Rossi and Marigold breaking away from Stardom, a la AAA from CMLL? You guys watch a lot of Joshi wrestling?
No.
Not a single bit.
I have been getting into this new Japanese style of wrestling
What
where
is
they
it?
dress up as gaijins
Uh-huh.
and they wrestle like they're either robots or Godzilla or Kong or like big old teddy bears and they wrestle.
Akira,
I like
he
that.
wrestles in MLW, and he's done some GCW work and stuff like that. And he did like Bloodsport and a few other of those stuffs. He does a gimmick. He does it at the Big Gay Brunch for Effie stuff, where he dresses up like an anime, like a manga housemaid, and wrestles.
Okay.
It feels
that's
so
dope.
weird to like explain that out loud, but I'm like, trust me, when you see it, it makes sense. Like he did a death match in that gimmick, like dressed up like a little like French housemaid. It was hilarious to watch. John, you watch a lot of Joshi wrestling?
Not a single bit, man. I couldn't tell you who the hell you're talking about outside of Io Sky.
Hey, but see, that's what I'm
Casual
talking
fan.
about. Casual fan.
No, you're just a fucking fan. Fuck casual, not casual. Like
Google it.
Just Google it. I like that peacock feather wearing guy in New Japan. I wish I knew who the fuck you were talking about. There's like 10 of them that do that.
I like the guy that beats everyone up in New Japan. Like you know, that guy.
Rockhead619 made sure to highlight their message to let us know Io Sky is my wife. There you have
This
it.
guy's your wife. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Wasn't she married to Evil at one point, or am I crazy for thinking that? No, that was
know.
Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane was married to one of the guys from New Japan. Sorry.
is
Married to one of the guys from New Japan. It's either Evil or one of the other
Yes,
dudes.
it's
I can't
not.
remember. Kenta, maybe?
Joe Hendry is expected to make more appearances on NXT per Fightful Select. WWE officials were reportedly pleased with the reaction he got Tuesday night, and TNA was satisfied with how the Battle Royal continued their storyline between Hendry and Frankie Kazarian. The crossover between NXT and TNA is expected to continue. Corey Brennan says Fightful's Corey Brennan. NXT talent believe whatever is going on between the two promotions is far from over. One thing we likely won't see is a TNA wrestler as NXT champion. Thank God. A source told Brennan that Shawn Michaels' booking indicates he would make anyone a number one contender, but not a champion. As it should be.
I mean, that makes sense.
Y'all are
Yeah.
never gonna get me to not push the fact that I feel like NXT titles belong on NXT champions. Like, if it's gonna be an NXT specific title, it needs to stay on an NXT specific champion.
I can agree with that.
Sure.
I think it should be a full-time NXT competitor. Whataburger 3 times in the last 4 days. You're a beast, a madman. It's cool. I like the theme song. I believe in Joe Hendry. See? Everybody does it. You got to be cool.
For what it's worth, Hangman Adam Page is expected to be back soon.
Okay.
Sorry.
During a
Welcome
virtual
back.
signing with KNS Wrestling Feast, can't read my own writing, AEW megastar, The Blade, and I wouldn't necessarily use.
What?
Hold on.
What?
Say that one
The
more time. Just say
megastar?
it. Say it one more time.
AEW megastar, The Blade,
Okay.
said he's still with AEW, but also still dealing with a back injury. He's hoping to avoid surgery and return in a couple of months. His wife, Allie, aka The Bunny, said she's taking a break from wrestling for a while.
Does anybody know the last time Every Time I Die released a studio album?
They broke up, didn't
Did they break up? Because he's the guitar player for them. He's their lead
they?
guitar player.
I think they broke up.
Did they break
left
up?
Or he left permanently when he got signed.
Okay, I couldn't remember. But one, I think he would probably be a bigger star as a member of that rock band than he would be as a pro wrestling star. Easily, in my opinion.
I'm surprised he doesn't play with Fozzy yet.
That's true.
Like, I'm surprised Jericho hasn't asked him or Brody to come play with Fozzy.
Every Time I Die opens for Fozzy, and then we got like a wrestler super band of just a bunch of people playing.
Mike said 2021 was their latest album release. Is he still a part of the band?
Yeah, let us know, Mike, if you've got the answers for it.
Is he mingy wingy wingy?
Is he still playing a little?
He left the band about a year ago, I believe, to stick with wrestling. Okay,
That's how he became a megastar.
Boom! That's how
Yeah,
he's.
so,
That's
yeah.
exactly. He's a megastar now. I believe in Joe Hendry.
For Cam, Wrestle Votes was told that WWE and the Indiana Sports Corps are nearing a multi-event deal that will bring Royal Rumble 2025 to Lucas Oil Stadium on February 1st. The deal is also likely to include a future WrestleMania and a SummerSlam, which would both take place at Lucas Oil Stadium. I can hear Cam screaming from here.
Boom! There it is. I found it.
I know what Naptown is. I visit Naptown a lot.
Naptown.
I'm always in Naptown.
I usually go to Naptown. It's sometime between 1:30 and 3, depending on if I've got to do nerdy news or not.
Yeah, Naptown. I love that place.
I love Naptown. But in all seriousness, Indianapolis is a cool ass city. It'll be a lot of fun. And fuck it, let's go. Rumble, having a chance to maybe possibly see another Rumble and it not be, no offense, Bo, 9 hours, 10 hours away. Like, Indianapolis is a cool, easy 4-hour drive for us. Like, that's not too bad at all. We don't get much. It is a massive
That's not true. You get the Drum Corps International World Championship every year.
The DCI World Titles at Lucas Oil Stadium.
World titles.
Oh, yeah. Let me write home about that one.
Hey, dude.
Or not DCI. BOA. Bands of America.
The who?
Bands of America.
Wait. They do like the movie shit? Like in the movie?
No, these are professional marching bands, essentially.
No, BOA is high school. It's BOA. DCI is in Florida.
I mean, like, they don't do the movie Drumline. Like, they don't, like...
Sort of. Not really.
What I meant was like didn't y'all get like Fastlane or something
understand.
last year, Cam, too? Y'all got Fastlane in Indianapolis? Some crazy like that, maybe?
With the exception of Chad Gable, PW Insider confirmed that the rest of Uncle Howdy's victims on Raw were all talent brought in as extras by WWE for the segment. They were not NXT talents, nor will any of them join the storyline as a result of the attack. So that is why we only saw Chad Gable's face. Stop fantasy booking shit you don't know.
So that wasn't Gunther on the ground?
No. or Kaiser
so
or Carmelo or Cody. Like it wasn't any
I
of
feel
those
better.
guys. Yeah. Gable was
Well,
the
the
only
guy
confirmed.
everyone thought was Cody had a fucking man bun. So
Yeah, it couldn't have been Cody.
Yeah, they're all NXT like level up kiddos that they use for extras that are still training. So
Yeah.
just saying.
all right, cool.
I'm a big fan of the Wyatt Six, by the way. With their debut, Wyatt
Six.
Six. Like I'm sick, but then a plural of sick would be six.
It's 6 spelled wrong.
Wyatt 6'5".
6'5".
Is this like Dead Mouse, like Dead Mouse 5? So it's like the Wyatt Valve. Is that how this works? The Wyatt Valve? No, I think they're going to do great. I hope they go the hey, we're going to murder everyone route and not the hey, we're supernaturally spooky stuff.
Don't do supernatural.
We don't need supernatural. Just run around murdering people. I'm 1,000% okay with that.
So murder you're here for, magic and spooky things we're not.
Oh, absolutely not. I think
fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We would 1,000% be okay with it.
But you like Team Firecrotch?
Not as much as like Disco Ninja Sex Party.
Yes. Ginger Ninja Sex Party is pretty amazing.
They're phenomenal. They're two times WWE Women's Tag Team Champions.
But
Disco Ninja Sex Party.
Team Firecrotch is all the spooky stuff, but they're okay.
No, I don't like the spooky stuff.
Okay, you don't like an overall.
I like the aesthetic of Team Firecrotch. I don't like the in-ring work of Team Firecrotch.
There are early plans for the premiere episode of NXT on the CW network to be held in a major arena rather than the WWE Performance Center. Well, I should fucking hope so.
What would you guys think about this? If WWE took NXT out of the PC and they went on tours, okay, where they were renting out and doing small arenas, but only in like that Southeast territory. So Florida, South Georgia, South Alabama, South Mississippi, the greater empire of Long Florida. Like if they wrapped around Florida to parts of Yeehaw, Texas or Yeehaw, Florida, if they were able to do that,
are they going to New Orleans?
We can't wrap all the way in. No, you can't do that. But we dropped viewers when I brought that joke back up. What would you think about them touring small arenas in Florida, but doing them outside of the PC? So hitting Orlando, hitting Tampa, hitting Miami, hitting Kissimmee, hitting, some of the other places, Tallahassee. What would you think about NXT touring these smaller arenas, but still being on the road weekly on Tuesdays?
They do that now.
But live for the TV show, though.
They could. Like, they do armories now. Like, when they tour, they do armories and, like, shit like that. I could see them doing, I'm trying to think of places in Florida, in Jacksonville. Like, we have the Shrine Auditorium is a good one. The way it's set up, they can make it look amazing. And do it as shitty as it sounds, do what TNA does. Pack that place out for a night.
Yeah.
Yeah. And pack it out for a night, bust out a bunch of TV, and like, I don't know, dude.
Go ahead, Al.
I'm going to play a little. Who wants to talk?
You go first, then John, then me.
I was going to say, I'm going to play a little bit of devil's advocate. In a time where WWE is cutting back on production to save money, they're doing a lot of cost-saving things with letting a lot of the older, higher-paid corporate people go and, bringing in younger, cheaper people. And, scaling back the production, do you really think that they're going to take NXT on the road? I don't think so. Like, not even, I don't even think like they'll do it in, because that's a lot. I mean, I know like they'll have to pay for their own travel, but those guys don't make very much and probably couldn't afford the travel.
I will say this right now, and this is someone who just watched NXT from Full Sail University compared to where it's come
day
now.
Ones, yeah.
If they were smart, they would take the setup they have now, stage wise, but go back to the Full Sail arena because it is set up for that reason, to mock a mini arena to train the students on how to film product and how to load and unload and all that stuff. That's what that school is for. And I think Full Sail is so much had a better stage look than what we have now. Because what we have now, you can tell everyone's crammed in one of the corners of NXT.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be fine with them traveling. And like Al said, if they want to save money, go back to the 93 Raw setup where they're in the corner and you can tell they're in a gym. You can tell they're in a small venue. But that's what these guys are supposed to be doing anyway. But that goes into making NXT. Either you're going to make NXT its own show or you're going to make NXT for the up-and-comers.
That's what they have level up for now.
Yeah.
I have a segue for this that's perfectly timed for this news and rumor. Okay. WWE has filed for the trademarks for a WWE-based independent developmental system. Organizing and conducting a program to enhance, educate, and develop athletes' educational services, namely organizing and conducting training in the field of collaborative partnerships with athletes, building brand, training, development, education, communications, promotions, blah, blah, blah. And they go all the way through. And ultimately what they're saying is it will be a branch of their developmental that will be geared towards looking at independent talent versus just the NXT level up and the next in line stuff. What do you guys think about their developmental system having two branches now, not just the next in line premier Division I athletes, but also taking in and looking at independent talent now as being viable candidates for WWE again?
It honestly sounds like they're opening a wrestling school. Like how that reads. So they're opening a wrestling school.
I mean, would you be opposed to WWE going back into the business of opening a wrestling school?
No, I think it'd be dope.
John, what do you think? No? I wouldn't have any problems with it. I think
I'm sure they charge a lot of money, but no, open a wrestling school.
I have friends who went to school in Florida. Like it's one of those expensive things. You go in for 6 weeks, 12 weeks, 18 weeks, or whatever the training program is, 3 months, whatever your program is that you sign up for, and then you go on your way. You know what I mean? A lot of these programs and stuff like WWE, I bet would make a killing if they offered like a 90-day campus where you go in, you train with WWE for 90 days, and then you either graduate from their program and get a contract, or they send you out onto the indies being a WWE trained wrestler.
Making the independent circuits better.
Exactly. Like how could that's a win-win for the company, right? Am I crazy?
Yeah, but at the same time, it would come with some weird stuff in the contract. Like I can't see WWE. Maybe, I don't know. Like WWE may try and keep a grip on some of them from doing the comedy stuff.
Maybe. One thing I did, so I watched the Roku, like in it, WWE Next Gen thing. And one thing I will say about a lot of the talent, one, they've released all but like, I think 3 of the people.
One of them is that asshole nobody liked anyways.
No, he's still there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Dickhead McGee is still in the company.
Yeah. But like, the thing is that what that show showed is how much like they're just not like the little bit that they're giving them training. Like they were training, the girls were training for like they were all training to like see who got like the spot in like one of their like little NXT like house show thingies that they do, like the Venice or whatever they call it. But like because they're so untrained, they like hurt each other. So I think having like a real wrestling school to teach them actual technique might be better.
Like a souped up version of the WCW fucking what was it called? Brain fart.
Power plant.
Nah, the power plant. Thank you. I want to say powerhouse, but I was like powerhouse isn't right. Power plant. There you go.
So
Yeah, they trained Bill Goldberg.
Yeah. Bill Goldberg. You know he kicked Bret Hart in the head, right, and ended his career?
I think that was that guy.
Yeah, that's the same guy, right? Spear, jackhammer,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Bill Goldberg.
Yep, that's him.
Yeah.
Goldberg.
Goldberg.
Well, I was trying to say it like he tried to say Asuka's name.
Asuka?
Asuka?
Stupid
Asuka.
asshole.
My last thing, in the trademark situation, and also just my last thing, WWE filed for a trademark on the name Cesar Sikoa, or Caesar, but I'm pretty sure it'll probably be pronounced probably Cesar, which sounds like a potential new member of the Bloodline, because we need more Bloodline members.
Fuck yeah, we do. I'm excited again. As soon as I start to hate it, they drag me back in.
I know.
They've got Cesar Sikoa and they've got Tala Tonga, both trademarked now as names for merchandise and stuff. So that's 2 possible members. And my bet, if I were a betting man, I would probably lean on who are we just talking about, Al?
Zilla.
Maybe. Zilla's got more felonies than Jacob and less ring time than Solo. I doubt he gets called up yet.
I mean, who's left?
Finally, someone that sees it. Jesus.
Well, who's the? Oh, there's still one more out there.
Zilla's still out there. Who the fuck was the other brother? Jacob
Hikuleu.
That's Talatonga
Yeah.
Hikuleu. There you go. Thank you, AJ.
There's also another Samoan out there. That's not Zilla.
Juicy Finau is still out there. Lance Anawai is still out there.
Lance.
There's still a couple, but Hikuleu, Zilla, and Lance are the 3 that would probably be next in line. But again, Zilla's still super green. He's been out of wrestling school less than a full year. No disrespect to Zilla, but the man is green. Him and Booker T got in a fight. He left the school because of creative differences, then went back to graduate, and now he's back on the indies again. Like, no disrespect to him. He's a great worker, but the kid is green as grass.
I mean, can we also talk about the fact that we have 3 perfectly good Bloodline family members just sitting on the roster, not being part of the Bloodline, named Nia Jax,
Naomi,
Tamina.
No, Tamina's. Yeah.
She's still an active member of that fucking roster.
But she's also on the Rock side of the Bloodline, which is like.
So it's Nia, but I'm just saying, like, they're still part of that situation. And then, we have Ava sitting in NXT.
Let's be honest, though. Ava's only got that GM spot because her dad runs the company and she couldn't cut it in ring. I'll say it. I'm sorry. She had a cup of coffee in that one fucking schism group and they couldn't cut it. So the only reason she has the job she has is because her daddy runs the company. I mean, call a spade a spade. I'm sorry.
My biggest problem with her as a GM, if they're going to have her be a GM, whatever. But like, stop dressing her like a high school tween. Like, stop putting her in fucking tube tops and mini skirts. Make her look like a fucking GM and not like nepotism Barbie.
Let me ask you a question. When Sonya Deville was standing there next to Adam Pearce, the scrap daddy, she was a convincing female GM. Okay.
Yeah, 'cause
You
that bitch
look at
brought
how
the power.
Ava looked at this last draft, and I hate to cut you off.
No,
I
you're fine.
apologize. And you look at her next to Adam Pearson, Nick Aldis, who, like one of these things is not like the other. Like she looked out of place as fuck with those other two GMs. I'm sorry. AJ, I'm gonna get to that after Al finishes up. I'll get to what you were saying.
I mean, Sonya came out there in a power suit because that girl can wear a power suit.
Facts.
God, she looks good in a suit. But I'm just saying, like, she looked the fucking role.
Mhm.
And again, Ava looks like the manager of a high school wrestling team because her boyfriend is on the fucking team.
And her dad's the coach.
And she couldn't cut it as a cheerleader.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Dun.
That is correct, Cam. Not everyone can be Stephanie McMahon.
Facts. Not everybody is Stephanie McMahon.
Fuck the Rock.
I love that very subtle, like.
Sorry, I forgot I had sound. I have sound buttons too.
I'm done.
Is that it? So AJ, I have two things on my list tonight as well. AJ sent over one in 24 hours since his debut, or 48 hours since his debut on Friday night. Jacob Fatu's Samoan werewolf shirt on WWE Shop is the second highest selling piece of merch in 48 hours. Gentlemen, are you surprised at all that Jacob has one of the highest selling t-shirts since his arrival in 48 hours with only one show on TV?
No, because it's a cool thing to do, guys.
Everybody loves Jacob Fatu.
Everybody loves JFI too.
How many people are watching MLW?
Bitch.
I know, I was watching.
Because you know who he is.
Yeah, you were excited for it. We've been talking about it for a minute.
Yeah. Oh, bully.
So I agree. I think it's great that he's up there, but I'm not shocked at all because he's the new shiny toy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. This is coming from a guy like if I had it, I'd buy it because it's coming from the guy who tried to get the Jade shirt the night of the Rumble.
Yeah. Agreed. Second thing before we do a plug of Palooza, as our boy XLJ would say. This past Wednesday's Dynamite, according to the Nielsen ratings, was the lowest viewed Dynamite in history. So, gentlemen, lady, you and I did an episode about this, Al, in the past. We haven't talked about it in a long time. We'll do the short and the sweet of it. Do ratings really matter in 2024? Do we give a shit that only 500 people tuned into Dynamite? Because I don't.
We don't give a shit, but the advertisers give a shit.
And that's what I mean by you should.
Hey, listen, 500,000 people is 500,000 more than Jungle Boy's ever wrestled in front of. More people watch it than they will show up to it.
Fair.
True.
It's because they really don't go. They go the same places.
Chat, what do you guys think?
So, like, it is like a little marketing. If you continue to go to the same places over and over again, you're going to create fatigue. So, like, these people don't want to see AEW like over and over and over again in the same place. Like, you want to see it, like other parts of the country, like want to see AEW. We get one show a year here if we're lucky.
The old thing is if AEW loses its TV deals, that company becomes worth nothing.
It's worth nothing now.
I disagree. It's not worth nothing. If you take the TV deal, the Thurston article, I believe, don't quote me on it. We'll need to look up the stats, and I can find sources if I need to later. I believe Brandon Thurston said without the TV deal, they'll go from being almost a $2 billion company to being in the $400 to $500 million range.
I give them $5 million and tell them to kiss my ass.
But that's only because of the talent.
I'm not. I don't. I'm just speaking in black and white. No gray. You know what I mean? Like just straight stats.
Because the talent that they have is worth that. Because they hoarded all the talent and do nothing with them.
What if AEW did house shows? to make some ancillary income back because you don't think they'd be able to put enough asses in seats? John just immediately was like, "Nope, not happening."
Hell no.
Where are they going to run armories?
Exactly. They would. AEW would be running armories. MJF made a massive mistake signing with them. Now, granted, when they go out of business, I don't see him going his full contract in AEW. Whether they go out of business, which probably won't happen because, as Jackson said before, AEW will stay open as long as Tony Khan keeps putting money into it.
He's seen the effects of the Khan family in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
yeah.
You're not going to get anything more than what you have now.
MJF also did the smart thing because he put the bet on yourself chip tattoo on the back of his leg where it's covered in his boots. So even when he goes to another company down in the future, you're not going to see it anyways.
I don't think it's real.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely real.
It's a t-shirt.
It's also not his first tattoo.
I know it's not his first tattoo. Like, I know he has others, but like...
I got a question to ask off air then.
Huh. What?
What's your question?
Yeah.
I can't ask it on air.
Oh, off air.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's real. I don't know. It just... This is going to sound really bad. But, like, the quality of that tattoo is real, like, sketch. Like, it doesn't look good, in my opinion. My opinion and no one else's. Like, I feel like, I don't know. I question the validity of the tattoo because I feel like somebody with his amount of money, because he has family money, and his other tattoos are not shitty, I feel like he would have gotten a better looking tattoo. But maybe I'm wrong.
I feel like he went for a traditional style tattoo, and the artist isn't a traditional tattoo artist.
Maybe.
That's the vibe they give me.
I
I
have
don't know.
shitty work done. It's okay. We've all got a few shitty tattoos.
But you don't have his net worth.
No, that's true. That's very true. I think that's it. Yeah. It's an easy 90 minutes every week. It never gets hard.
No, sir.
John, tell
Sir.
everybody what's new and exciting, what you got going on with Wolfpac Podcast and Boyfriend Time.
Wolfpac Podcast, Boyfriend Time. Check me out, twitch.tv/Wolfpac Podcast every Wednesday with my boy right here, Brian Dad Hat, running the Wolfpac. Catch me every Saturday, youtube.com/@boyfriendtime, twitch.tv/@boytime podcast. We're changing the name for Boyfriend Time with my boy Jax. Will, thanks for having me again.
Absolutely, brother. Always. Bo, it's your turn.
Everything he just said on top of here every Thursday and Sunday for Nerdy News and Botched Spots Chair Shots. Off the top on Tuesdays for NXT on Taps. Anywhere else, follow me on Twitter at Jacksonville2020. Boom.
Al?
You can find me on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter at JustAGirl918. Or I think on TikTok it actually does come up as The Boss Bitch now, because I changed it from saying my name to The Boss Bitch. But I have recently started putting out my new comic called #Free Paul Heyman. As you can see here behind me, Solo Sikoa has clearly got Paul Heyman hostage. So we need to free Paul Heyman. Please get that hashtag trending. #Free Paul Heyman.
#Free Paul Heyman. #Eat my nuts. All right, I'm going to make this short, sweet, and to the point. As always, remember to follow us anywhere you do anything on the internet, Facebook, Instagram, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google, fucking all the options. There's a couple links in the descriptions on both YouTube and Discord, one being the Discord link. That is a direct link to all the hosts and producers and content creators at Off the Top Media and Botched Spots and Share Shots. The one right below it is the merch link. That merch link is for Botched Spots and Share Shots and Off the Top Media. With that, you get hats and TV shirts and fanny packs and boxers with Bo's face on it. All those dope-ass shits. The two most important things for our network is Amazon Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, everybody does. You get an Amazon Prime gaming subscription. Go to your computer, sign in, give it to your favorite Twitch streamer, give it to us. Wolfpac Podcast, Boyfriend Time, She Elite, Creation World. Give it to any of my friends as long as Jeff Bezos doesn't get it. He has too much money. The lifeblood of the network is patreon.com/Rivet City Radio. With that, you get ad-free playback of the shows, Up and Smoke Cinema Club, Watch Alongs, Delicious Fuck Cookbook, articles, and all the blogs and shit. Gentlemen, lady, that's it. Anything for the class before I talk real fast?
I want Bo to do the thing. Press the button.
Now, as we close another episode of Botched Spots and Chair Shots, I'm taking a minute. Thank you for listening. I remind you to go wherever you do anything on the internet. Like, follow, subscribe, unsubscribe, and subscribe again. Leave a comment telling me that John is a fantastic guest or we do drugs and cuss. Either way, it helps the algorithm and it helps find new listeners. If you're feeling really generous, be one of the VIP people, head up to patreon.com and to the Rivet City Radio Podcast Network. You get some fantastic swag. We get some fantastic guests. It's a win for Selfbet Wrestling, for the Ginger Ninja Jacksonville, and for the Boss Bitch How. I am the Will Gray. Thanks for noticing me, my people. I lost it. Sorry, there.